Hey everyone, welcome back to episode 2 of Ani-Mech. If you already watched episode 1, welcome back. And if it's your first time here, welcome. Thanks for all the supportive comments that you guys left on episode 1. It was really encouraging to see and really makes me want to continue the series. And I'm going to try to make episode 2 even better than episode 1. And let's get right into it with this episode's theme, Akira. Originally, I wasn't going to do Akira, I was actually planning on doing Bleach, but I was having a hard time coming up with ideas for what a Bleach keyboard would look like. Mostly it would probably just be black and white with maybe a little bit of red or orange, but I couldn't think of any full-fledged ideas, so I went back to the drawing board and then I was gonna do Megalobox, partially because someone said it in my comments, and also because I planned on using this keyboard. This is the Gingham keyboard kit that I got off of Novel Keys. It has a really cool aesthetic where you can see all the resistors and electronic components. So I wanted something like robotic themed. The only problem with doing Megalobox was I didn't watch it yet, so I watched the entire season in a day, and I really liked it. After watching it, I kept on thinking of ideas, but again, I just had some kind of artist block and I couldn't come up with any design. So I kept thinking, and I already purchased the keyboard, and I finally came up with Akira. Akira has a lot of science and techie stuff going on in it, so I thought it would be a great fit. And of course, it has Kanada's iconic red bike. With everything ready to go, and my theme all planned out, let's get into the design. And remember, there's going to be a giveaway for every episode of Ani-Mech, so stay tuned for the details. Alright, first things first, I obviously took a look at the poster for Akira. Here we can see Kanada's bike, again, him with the pill jacket, and of course the Akira logo. To make the keycaps fit with the bike's theme, I needed to find a bunch of the random stickers that are found on it. And of course, I made the keycaps a nice red and white theme, and I plan on overlaying the keycaps with all the stickers. For the back, I was actually inspired by the font that I downloaded for the keycaps. This is the Akira expanded font. It kind of has a minimal aesthetic to it that I really like. And I also took inspiration from the movie itself. So for the back of my keyboard case, I decided on this thing. It's kind of like a government warning label. It's basically like a description of Akira. I kept the minimalist theme. And on the right, it says, Lord Akira, the Enlightened. Overall, this design is kind of crazier than my Naruto keyboard. I still think it'll turn out great, and I really like the direction that I took with it. With everything all planned out, now it's time to customize. Next up after painting is applying the decals. These are the same designs as you guys saw before, and I just printed them out on decal paper again. I already made sure that they were the correct size when designing them, but a problem I am running into with these decal papers is that they're a bit too thick for my printer. My solution from the last episode was to just keep feeding it into the printer, but now it's creating more and more difficulty for me. And I'm sure you can see that there's some print errors on these prints. But I was running out of paper, so I just had to make do with what I got. I'm just using a straight edge and a X-Acto knife to make sure that I get really straight lines. And of course, to apply the decals like you guys saw in episode 1, all you gotta do is get it wet and apply it to the surface. And with that playing in the background, let's once again talk about the giveaway. So just like last episode, the goal for this giveaway is to get 1,000 subscribers. And if I can get 1,000 subscribers, I'll give away this keyboard, or if you want, I'll give you the Naruto keyboard from episode 1, or if you want, I'll design you a whole other keyboard. And as an added bonus, I have an extra black mouse pad that I'll throw in as a big thank you. All you need to do to answer is get subscribed and leave a nice comment down below. These giveaways are just a way of me saying thank you for supporting my small YouTube channel. I'm learning a lot through this process, and I'm trying to make improvements each step of the way, so if you want to see how far I'll be able to get subscribed and stick around for more videos. Episode 3 of Ani-Mech will be the final episode of Season 1 of the series, but don't worry, Season 2 will start pretty much whenever you guys ask me to. Give me ideas, leave them in the comments, and keep enjoying the content. And here we can just take a look at how everything turned out. Off camera, I applied a top coat of matte finish. Aside from the print errors that I mentioned before on the back, I think it still looks pretty good. And the top coat removes all the little air bubbles that were appearing before, so really now there's actually no air bubbles at all. Let's take a closer look at some of my favorite keycaps from this. So Kanada's bike had a lot of those stickers around, so I wanted to put kind of these quote-unquote stickers on the keycaps, and I tried to do it in kind of a random way too. I wanted them to like wrap around the keys so they weren't so one-dimensional, and I think it adds a really interesting touch that you wouldn't really see on other keycaps. If I were to do it again, I think I would actually try to make my own actual stickers instead of printing them as decals. I think that texturally it'll add a lot to the keyboard experience. Moving on, let's talk more about this keyboard kit. So this is the Gingham keyboard kit, and what's special about this is that it's really like a soldering practice kit, or actually just like a soldering kit. None of the electronic components come pre-installed on the PCB. Instead, you have to solder everything yourself. In this case, there's going to be like over 100 soldering points. In addition, you have to solder the switches in yourself too. So it's quite time consuming, and if you don't like soldering, this definitely isn't a kit for you. But if you like showing off your soldering skills and you find it enjoyable, definitely check out this kit. I don't really recommend that a beginner gets this kit. I would say at least solder one keyboard yourself before attempting to do this kit. It really is time consuming and it really tests your patience. Other than that, I really love the way it looks. It has a nice personal touch because you built it yourself, and I thought it would fit the theme well. Apart from all that soldering, there really isn't much more to do. The whole keyboard is pretty much held together by a bunch of screws. So all you have to do is sandwich it all together, screw everything inside, and apply the keycaps. And just like that, this keyboard's ready to show off. I couldn't find any Akira specific music for this occasion, but I hope you guys still like my edit. Thanks for making it all the way to the end of the video. It took me a bit longer to release this video than I thought it would, but that was because I was reaching the end of my school year, and now I'm fully graduated from college, and I have a whole summer to work on this YouTube thing. I'm learning a lot about customizing keyboards and making YouTube videos, so it would help out a lot if you left a supportive comment down below, and subscribe and stick around for more videos. If you have ideas for more keyboards, leave that down below too, and remember, doing so will enter you into the giveaway. If you haven't already, go check out episode 1 of Ani-Mech where I made a Naruto themed keyboard. And until next time, I'll see you later.